good afternoon and welcome to a warm welcome to our big game. We're now into match day 2 of the Premier League season, and 2 more games to come this weekend. The first, obviously, the big one tomorrow, Manchester City against Liverpool. That's coming up tomorrow, but we're going to concentrate on today. Aston Villa against Newcastle at Villa Park, and what an atmosphere that could prove to be. Aston Villa started with a defeat, so they'll be looking to bounce back with a win in their first home game. Newcastle will be looking to have a good season this time round under the leadership of John Carver, and it'll be interesting to see how these two teams perform at Villa Park this afternoon. But remember, this is the first game of 2, and after last week's first two games that yielded between them 10 goals, then this weekend's fixtures will have to go some to top last week's combined goal scoring tallies for our 2 feature games. So our first of our 2 live matches comes from Villa Park. As I say, it's the Etihad tomorrow afternoon, but it's this afternoon that we're going to concentrate on. So let's get live over to Villa Park for the first half of for the whole game live. It's Aston Villa take on Newcastle United at Villa Park. And a very warm welcome to Villa Park for our third big game of the season, for another live big game of the season, and it features 2 sides that could deal with improving their Premier League position. The home team, Aston Villa, who have had a few barren years but now looking to get back on track under Team Sherwood after unsuccessful spells with McLeish and McDermott, and Newcastle now managed by John Carver after Pardew's departure to Crystal Palace. 2 teams with points to prove as we're heading to match day 2 of the Barclays Premier League, and this is our first of our 2 offerings. This is the Villa lineup. No Agbonwoho through injury, so in comes Scott Sinclair. He'll play in a front 3 alongside Jack Grealish and Christian Benteke. Watch out for Cleverley, Westwood and Delph as well in the middle of midfield. They could cause Newcastle problems. And a check on the Newcastle side. One significant change, and that's at the back. And that is the return of Steven Taylor to the back 4, and also Cabello also on that far side, with Mr. Sissoko on the other side. Beautiful sunlit afternoon here in North Birmingham, Villa Park, one of English football's magnificent stadiums, I have to say. And the man in charge for this confrontation today is Michael Oliver from County Durham. And Newcastle, in those famous black and white stripes, are prepared to get our 3rd live game of the season underway. First of 2 this weekend, obviously the big one to come at the Etihad Stadium tomorrow. But it's at Villa Park we concentrate on it. It's Newcastle to get us underway in those black and white shirts, as I say, striped shirts. Of course, Villa in that claret and light blue. There's a chance for Jack Grealish to get an early ball forward. For it comes goalkeeper Tim Krul. Chelsea takes possession in the centre of the field. Westwood, Cleverley, and Scott Sinclair just holding the ball up well. Villa just playing their way forward every time. Zobia, Flat, Cleverley, Benteke. Back to house, and obviously the Newcastle fans there in full flight. Claire, that's a good ball. Chance here for 18-year-old Jack Grealish to get a shot in. And again, an easy one there for goalkeeper Krul. Tiote. Even Stevens so far in terms of possession, but Villa just shedding it now because they're getting more on the ball at the moment. Free kick there for a slight challenge by Benteke. I mean, a confrontation with the Newcastle skipper Stephen Taylor. And in actual fact, the big centre forward is going to get himself a caution, which I thought was rather harsh. Well, maybe not looking at that again. I mean, a first offence, even for a first offence, it does look a little bit on the late side on Vernon Anita. And by the way, it's from behind. You can be booked even if it's a first offence, actually, with a tackle from behind. Fla. Leandro Bacuna. Ashley Westwood. It wasn't a good ball really by Westwood, and it's given the Magpies a little bit of possession here. 3,500 have come over from Newcastle, the world famous Tomb Army, and they're seeing the team attack and attack well. 26 minutes gone, and it's Newcastle who go in the lead. And Villa, who started on the front foot, have all of a sudden been caught out. And a shot that beat Guzan at the near post. Okore, you can't believe it. Guzan with his head in his hands. But it's Jabo Yamat who started the move. There's the shot. A really great effort there. And the goalkeeper will be disappointed. It's Ribeira who's got it. 27 minutes of the game gone. And Newcastle, in front of the old end, have made it 1-0. And that's the man who's got it, Ribeira. So Newcastle, with the first meaningful shot of the game, are in the lead. Here's Bacuna for Aston Villa. Reweight in the penalty area. And Teke was one of them. Scott Sinclair was another. And the shot was charged down again, and there's a chance for Papi Cisse to lead the line again. And Ribeira again to his right hand side. And Newcastle here breaking out of defence, and the Villa defence all at sea at the moment. And Cisse now, and he's inside the defender. And a good challenge there back to Guzan. But again, Newcastle showing their counter-attacking prowess and not allowing Villa to rest on any laurels whatsoever. Bacuna in with the challenge. Taylor. Anita. And he got the advantage there, Vernon Anita, and he's pulled his way through. And the ball back, and Guzan was in a little spot above there. 5 minutes to half time. Cleverly for Villa. Tim Sherwood, if they stay the same at half time, will have to get his troops in for a good shot. Talking to us, the goalkeeper going in there. And the referee is blown, I think, for offside. They've got another game at Villa Park next week, Aston Villa against Hull City, as you can see, but we won't be covering that one. I will tell you at the end of the second match tomorrow which games we will be showing for match week 3, and then obviously after that it will be cup action in the Capital One, where we'll show highlights of the early rounds, and then when we get to the knockout, when we get to the last 16, we'll start showing a few games live as well. For the early rounds, it's more or less highlights packages. As Sinclair knocks that in there towards Benteke! Right on the stroke of half time! A fabulous header by Benteke has made it 1-1. Sinclair, the architect, with a tremendous cross and a terrific header in off the underside of the crossbar. I don't think we'll need goal line technology to work this one out. Ah, well, clearly it's over the line. So 1-1. And Benteke's first goal of the season has put Villa right back in it at 1-1. To the vast relief in this part of Birmingham. So a terrific end to this first half here. Oh, Sissoko allowed to play on. He was quite crudely taken out. And Villa could have been 2-1 down. Sissoko's hit the side netting. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, Riviera gave Newcastle the lead just after the halfway point of the first half. But right on the stroke of half-time, Benteke with a bullet header has made it a half-time score here at Villa Park of Aston Villa 1, Newcastle United 1. Come back to Villa Park for the start of the second half. Aston Villa to get us away. One apiece. They're going to attack the Old End in this second half, and Akora for Villa, big number 5. His defensive partner in centre defence, Ron Flair. Opportunity here for Brad Guzan to get it forward. There's the goal skipper, Fabian Delph. Point there towards the scorer, Benteke, who lines another one up. And just wide of that far post. Well, they like attacking the Old End in this second half. They like to attack that end. This is the equaliser again. And Benteke, no doubt at all that was over the line. There was no need for the Hawkeye system to be implemented at all. Perfectly legitimate goal that crossed the line. Delphine fantastically well. And Benteke won the ball fairly, but couldn't get it out from under his feet. And he's got it again. Plenty of support. Benteke will go for goal and deflected. And I think it deflected off a defender, because it's going to be a corner, because everybody's marking up. It came off here, burning Anita's chest. And Sissoko's going to come off. And Gouffran is going to come on, Johan Gouffran. So a chance for the 18-year-old Grealish to get a corner in. Too close to Tim Krul that time. Well, a little chance for that equaliser from Christian Benteke. It's Grealish again. Sprightly, lively 18-year-old. Decent cross again. Comes to Delph. Now it's Westwood. And now Sinclair! Goal kick. Good turn there from Scott Sinclair. Got his shot in. But just wide. And don't forget, we have another big game coming up tomorrow afternoon at the Etihad. Manchester City and Liverpool face off, the battle of the Premier League's top two from last season, remember. And here's Cleverley now. He's got Benteke waiting in the middle, and the flag has got up for offside. Great save though by Krul. Not that it accounted for very much in the end, because Benteke had just strayed a little way too much there, as you can see, offside. What a good contest here at Villa Park. And Sinclair again, hustling and bustling, and again Benteke trying to stay on side, and he just can't succeed at the moment. That's twice in the space of a few moments, so he's been caught offside from two crosses. He's just timed his run a little fraction too soon. Newcastle change. Perez is going to come on there, as you can see. Riviere, the goal scorer, comes up to a good reception there from the Treble Toon Army, situated to my right in the Doug Ellis stand. Header one. Cleverly. Chance back. Took a chance there, probably, but he came up all right. Here's Zobbia. Rides a couple of challenges really decently, and that's a lovely volley behind, and a chance here for Grealish. Benteke signing in. Villa going for the victory here. Newcastle just about holding on. Grealish had the first shot beaten out by Krul, and in the end Benteke could not head it on target, and a goal kick. Still Villa 1, Newcastle 1. Coming up towards the last quarter of an hour plus stoppage time. And that's what time remains for one of these two teams to find a winning goal. It's Scott Sinclair. He's gone right through now, and is shot wide. Villa making things happen more in this second half, but just can't find a way through. Goals kick. Head of Wickton. Here's a chance now for young Jack Grealish to hit one. Off! Well, they're getting closer, Villa. Grealish with the latest opportunity. Newcastle backing off, and the goalkeeper wasn't sure. 10 minutes to go. Still one apiece. Benteke. Delph. That wasn't the best ball that maybe Delph has played in the game. It's a great challenge though. But here comes Jarrell Yamat, who's really got Newcastle flying now. And they still might get a chance as Yamat gets to the byline. Now can he dig out a cross? Another little back flick, but that should be Villa's ball to get away, but it's not very far unfortunately for them. No foul. Here's Delph. Sinclair making a long busting run through the middle. Delph went a little bit too far there. Flair now for Villa. His players stay down, and it's the 18-year-old Grealish. Good save. Sinclair trying to follow it in. Still not away yet. Still might come for Villa. Sinclair's shot into the old town for a goal kick. And surely maybe now the last chance has gone for Villa. And it looks as if it's going to end 1-1. But the way Newcastle have defended, and they've certainly dug in there and have held on for a terrific point. There it is. So 1-1 it is. A good game of football. Villa huffed and puffed that they couldn't break the house down. Riviera put Newcastle in front. Benteke equalised. Run on the stroke of half time, and that's how it stayed. Final score, Aston Villa. So as it happens, it's ended on as even then at Villa Park this afternoon. A good game of football played in a tremendous spirit, and I can see both Villa and Newcastle surely been difficult teams to beat, and I think they'll have better seasons for sure. They've both got quality in the side. Obviously, Riviera and Cisse up front for Newcastle, who in the first half certainly looked a handful, and in the second half certainly the front three of Benteke, Sinclair and Grealish. Young Jack Grealish had a terrific second half, I thought. A tremendous player, and I felt he could have won it towards the end there. Benteke had a couple of chances. He took his equaliser superbly well, but I think a point of peace in the end was a fair result, all things considered, and I think, you know, it's a relief there for Villa to get off the mark. And that's it from this particular edition of the big game. So our first draw of the season in our featured games. Our first 1-1 draw. Terrific game though. Great entertainment. Only yielding a 1 goal apiece, but both sides. But a tremendous game. Plenty of great attacking football. I thought Villa were terrific. Newcastle were brilliant on the counter-attack. And I felt in the end a point apiece was just about right. Don't forget to join us for the small matter of Manchester City against Liverpool for our second and final game of match day 2. And also after that, we'll bring you up to date with all the updated league tables and all the results from match day 2 of one of the most fiercest leagues in the world, the Barclays Premier League. But from this edition of the big game here on FIFA 15, until tomorrow, have a very, very good evening, and I'll see you tomorrow for Manchester City against Liverpool. Goodbye.